Are there any ways of beginning a conversation or interjecting into one of those disagreements that you have found to be particularly fruitful in bringing the energy down in the room?
Of course. I mean, everybody knows these, but it's worth repeating because we do forget, especially at moments of crisis. If you make the other person feel heard, that even though their reality is not yours, doesn't need to be, that you have the wherewithal and the patience to acknowledge. They thought you were insulting them. They read it as an insult. Now, you can immediately go, no, it's not an insult. It wasn't, you can carry on, good luck to you. You can argue this in court, but you're not going to get anywhere. So try another tack. Acknowledge, okay, I'm hearing that you're really insulted. You can then go on to go, I didn't mean to, this is why, but acknowledge it first, And then also when you're asserting your point of view, don't frame it as universal, frame it as coming from you. I feel, from my point of view, I'm thinking that, not you're an idiot, but in this area, I feel softening language, maybe, perhaps, the world can be saved by a few more maybes and perhapses. They're wonderful words. Mm-hmm. Perhaps this, or I might, not I will or I am, I might, I may. Softening diplomatic language goes along the way. That word diplomat or diplomacy, we tend to think of it as a job for specialists, people who work in the Foreign Office, in the State Department, etc. A diplomat is somebody who's an expert at breaking difficult news into something that another person's going to be able to digest. And we all need to be diplomats, whatever our jobs. We all need to be diplomats. We all need to be able to have that capacity to take difficult information and get it across to another person. And so often we think that the truth is going to liberate people. If you just tell someone the truth, they'll go, oh, wow, then I accept it. No. You've got to get round their defenses, their fears, their sense of threatened righteousness, etc.
That doesn't mean being manipulative or overly flattering or obfuscating or something.
It means being alive to people's panic. There's whenever there's an argument, there's two frightened people in the room. And it's all very well you hyping up the tension and just asserting how right you are. But really what you need to do is to take care of your own fear and the other person's fear. There's two scared people. All arguments are about fear. And if you can drop down the level and go, we're not really arguing about the teacup, are we? We're not really arguing about, we're arguing about two people's fears. Mm-hmm. If you can drop down to that fear and identify what that fear is, literally ask yourself, in the middle of an argument, what am I really scared of? And ask the other person, and also reveal it. And often it's very simple. I'm scared you don't love me. I'm scared that if I stay around here, I'm going to be humiliated and maltreated. If you can say that to another person, first of all, it shifts the template. Suddenly, we're not arguing about the stain on the floor. We're arguing about somebody who's a vulnerable child. Great. Really good starting point.